The Minister for Grand Bahama addressing concerns of employees at the courthouse. Officials of Port Lacaya say the marketplace remains a safe place. And Independence celebration still going strong in East Grand Bahama.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shashina Wolf-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, health concerns forcing workers out of the courthouse to take time away from their jobs today. The employees along with officers of the court staged a sit-out, reportedly in protest of poor, unhealthy working conditions. The issue was addressed this afternoon at a press conference held at the office of the Prime Minister in Freeport. Minister for Grand Bahama assuring employees of the Garnet Lavardy Justice Center as well as residents that the government once and for all will address a number of age-old issues at the courthouse, including the main concern of mold in the building. On Wednesday morning, some employees staged a sit-out due to the state of the building. Minister Kwesi Thompson says once he was made aware, a meeting was held with employees, the Ministry of Works, and the relative unions.
The meeting this morning took place, and in that meeting we had magistrates. We had Magistrate Ferguson, we had Magistrate Johnson, we also had the Industrial Tribunal Vice President, Ms. Jones. We had Mr. Fraser, who is the consultant to the Bahamas Public Service Union. We also had Mr. Quinton Laroda, who also represents the union, the NCTU.
He called the meeting a very productive one as the employees outlined their health concerns.
And because we are very concerned about the health and safety, one of the first things that we have agreed to do is to have medical assessments done for all of the employees working at the courthouse. They are very concerned, we are very concerned, and so we have agreed to do and have medical assessments performed on all of those employees to ensure that there's no ongoing illnesses that they are going to be suffering.
The minister adds that this will take place immediately, and also pointed out that the government, through the Ministry of Works, will start major renovations of the complex.
It's on the agenda for Ministry of Works to complete roof work as well as other major renovations to the building. And so we believe that they were happy to hear that the major renovations which will prevent the continuation of this mold, that situation is being addressed.
Of that note, he says the public should be aware that the magistrate court will be operational tomorrow, but there may be some slight changes.
So while all of the courts will be operational, there may be changes with respect to the specific location. So we want the public to be aware and to be put on notice that those locations, while still on site, they may be changed in terms of where the courts are located. We also agreed that immediately we will be doing some temporary mold remediation work on site, and that work is actually going to start from this evening. And so we are, and we informed the staff, and we have put in motion those plans to ensure that there is some temporary remediation work that is going to start this evening.
Thompson says the government is doing all it can so that the public and employees are safe, while there is no disruption in services at the Garnet Lavardy Justice Center. Now also attending today's meeting with the Minister for Grand Bahama and Ministry of Works on behalf of the employees was John Fraser, Esquire consultant at the Bahamas Public Services Union Northern Region. He believes that the government should be commended for its swift action when it comes to addressing the age-old problems at the courthouse.
I think it's appropriate for us to commend the minister on the quick reaction to the concerns of the staff over at the court, and as he indicated, the government is very much concerned about the health and safety of our workers. And as per the recommendations that has been outlined, we are looking forward to those being accomplished. And I'm quite certain at the end of the day, the staff would be happy for the improvement in the working environment and the improvement in their productivity.
Switching gears now, police in Grand Bahama are still on the hunt for the two persons responsible for the John Bull robbery. The suspects stole a quantity of expensive watches. Security footage from the Port Lacaya marketplace have the two suspects on camera who are dressed as women. Now in this report, our Italia Hall speaks with the managing director of the marketplace, who calls this an unfortunate incident and says shoppers have no need to worry about security.
It's still the talk of the town. The robbery that took place in John Bull, located in the Port Lacaya marketplace on Monday morning in broad daylight. Two suspects dressed as women entered the store, smashed the store's showcase, and stole a number of expensive watches that police say are valued around $900,000. Now, this is not the first unfortunate incident for Port Lacaya for the year. Our ZNS News team spoke with the managing director of the marketplace, Ivan Moss, about the overall safety and security of the popular shopping area.
It's just that you have some guys came in here and they just had an agenda of their own. We cannot control the minds of people. And something like this happened all the way around, all around over the world. And for us it is now, we just had a turn. There's a turn in every places. Like I said, we can't control the minds of people with evil intentions.
Now, many have questioned where were the Port Lacaya security officers at the time of the incident. Well, Moss says they were on duty, adding that there is a police substation located right here on the property.
The security is patrolling the area, but they wasn't in that area at that particular time, but the surveillance was in place, and we did get some footage where we assist the police in information. We have a very good relationship with police. We always work in conjunction with them, and if there's any crime or anything, they're always on the scene. They'll be here in time. They always do. It's a beautiful relationship.
Now, the video of the two suspects dressed like women went viral on social media. Moss confirmed that the video was not sent out by any of Port Lacaya's employees. The managing director once again assuring residents and visitors that this is an isolated incident.
It's like lightning striking an area at once. Nobody is harmed, and there was no shooting. Get the public safe. On that, there was no shooting. There was no gun brandished. There's none of that sort.
Since the incident, John Bull has reopened. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
Thanks, Tally. In other news, a local assembly recognizing 4 men for outstanding service in the East Grand Bahama District. The men have all served in Parliament and were commended for their role in advancing the development of East Grand Bahama. Former members of Parliament for East Grand Bahama honored for their years of service to the community by Living Water Assemblies of God. Among the honorees, Maurice Moore and Kenneth Russell, who say that they are humbled by such recognition.
It makes me feel even better rather than some other social form of honoring. And so I'm pleased to come out and take part in whatever the exercise is. But most of all, to know that we're doing it in a church where God lives.
It means to me that someone appreciates the work that members of Parliament do in the community, especially this church. The pastor of this church has always been commending MPs on what they're doing and how they're getting it done. And I think that this is his way of expressing that, and I truly appreciate just someone to say thanks.
Former MP Kendall Nottage was unable to attend the service, but that did not stop him from showing appreciation to those responsible for honoring him during that service.
I thank the people of East Grand Bahama for their support at the time I had the opportunity to serve them. And all I can say now to all of you, to God be the glory.
Pastor of Living Water Assemblies of God, Eddie Victor, says that the church thought it fitting to host a special service for all former members of Parliament from 1967 to present.
What we realize in celebrating 45 years of independence as a nation that when we looked at our constituency, because we are in the East Grand Bahama constituency, that all the members of parliament that serve from majority rule to now are all still alive. And so one of the things that often happens is, people do great things, do good things, especially when it comes to building our nation. And we hear a lot about what they did after they have passed away and gone.
The Deputy Prime Minister and Member of Parliament for the area was unable to attend the service, but sent his regards. The church service was held at the Grand Lucayan Resort. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after this.